we should focus on buying books for our kids instead of buying bundles? And it kind of hit a nerve for some people, and they responded with, we can do both. So let me say this again. Concentrate on buying your kids books or taking them to the library to get books and not bundles. Sometimes I think sometimes I think y'all are too busy with trying to get baby hair, bundles, and the kids aren't reading on the grade level. That could be many reasons why they're not reading on their grade level. Perhaps not having books in the home to practice would be one. That's right. Not having books in the home to practice would be one. If you've got more grease, if you got more grease, stuff to slick down, that bothers me. The baby hair, and the child is 13, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But if you've got more hair products in your home than books, you're the problem. So stop trying to buy Peruvian bundles and try to buy a book about bundles. Buy books by the bundle. How about that? You can even go to half price books and get some decent books. Not all of them are used. Go to half price books, or better yet, go to the library and get a library card so the kids can pick up books. But stop focusing on them daggone bundles and having their hair smoothed down, their edges smoothed down. You're worried about the wrong thing. And then by the time they get to your age, they ain't gonna have no edges. So anyway, I digress. So, yeah, they ain't gonna have no edges. Trying to smooth down the edges, Alicia, for the kids, and trying to make it look like baby hair. And then by the time they get childbearing ages, which is usually 15, 16 for some of them, they ain't gonna be able to have any edges. And they ain't gonna get upset because people call them bald head, Jada. But I digress. So look, this is a way. So instead of just saying buy books instead of bundles, so this is what we're gonna do. Go to your local library. You just need an identification card, and then the kid can get a card as well. You get them, you go to a library. You get a library card. You get some books or some videos. You keep them for 2 weeks, or if it's taking you a little longer than that, go online. Go online on your smartphone, the same smartphone that you do the TikToks on, the same smartphone that you do the Snapchatting on, the same smartphone that you check and see if the child support is there. I'm just saying. And go ahead and get them some books. Now, yes, should you read the books to them? Yes. Yes. Practice makes perfect. Just like when y'all do those ponytails. Slick back. But part 2. Go to the library, sign them up for books. If you can't afford them at half price books, you can't go to Barnes and Noble. Then they're in school. Join the Parent-Teacher Association, Parent-Teacher Student Association, something. The Parent-Teacher Association at your school, at your child's school. Get involved. Find out. They have book fairs there. Oh, God, book fairs. There we go again, books over bundles. Then become an advocate. Instead of worried about, you sometimes, oh, help me. Sometimes we spend more time, sometimes they spend more time, going to a bondsman. Yeah. Perhaps if you spent more time with them reading the books, not getting the bundles, not worried about ponytails, not trying to slick edges down, perhaps you wouldn't have to get a bondsman. But if you spend more time with them in school and being an advocate, if they do have learning differences, fight for them, stand up for them, the same way you would if you got to go, post a bond or something. I'm trying to be proactive, be in their lives, Be present. Just don't be there so they can wear a cute outfit with or matching polo shoes and polo shirts for pictures. What is wrong? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Your child in the second grade and on kindergarten reading level. Why? Why? But know every song and all the lyrics. Young boy, think young boy is just a wonderful person. So make it make sense. Be an advocate for your child. Belong to the PTSA, the PTA, PTO, the parent teacher something at your child's school. Start bringing the books, start taking them to the books with the library, start making sure that books in a home should be the norm. It shouldn't be so, oh my God, I went over their house and they had so many books. That's what you're supposed to do, people. Make it make sense why this is not reality. I understand that you probably are worried about your future, but it ain't got nothing to do with bundles. Leave the Peruvian bundles to the people in Peru, which they really ain't Peruvian, but that's it. And also, when we're advocates for our children in schools, let's make sure that we're fighting on the right side, the side of correctness. Don't go to the school and get upset that they have a phone, that their phone was taken away from them in class. It's class. You got 47 or 51 minutes from bell to bell. Why do they need a phone? Why do they need to get Snapchats? Why do they need to take pictures while they're in class in the fifth grade? Make it make sense. So look, I just hopped on to hop off because I'm just it just maybe my pressure maybe my pressure is high, my sugar's low. Maybe that's why this is bothering me so much. But I just want you to help me to make it make sense. And that's all I got to say about it today. Make it make sense with MoSwag on MTG. The first and the third Tuesday. I'm loving it. Buying bundles, not books. Y'all have a wonderful day. And bye-bye.
What you mean by?
Yeah, because I was hot. I was hotter than fish
You
grease.
better find something else to talk about. What is
Well, no, what I
no,
was going
man?
to ask you, boy, ain't
You
nobody
did
talking
not
to you.
interrupt me out my rest to jump on for 10 freaking minutes. I know damn well you didn't. You better find something else to talk about right
No,
now.
well, I was going to
You
ask you.
got you got at least a whole nother 11 minutes. You better
I
find
wa-
something else to talk about.
no, what I was going to ask you is, am I wrong, though, when you came on? Am I wrong?
No, no, you're not wrong because let me tell you what I saw the other day. I was minding my own business, and I wanted to go ahead and get something that was gonna smell nice. When I went over there to the funeral, so I go over there, to the nice little cologne store, and I looked at a couple of little bottles of cologne. Well, next door to the cologne store is a hair shop or a beauty supply house.
Right.
So it was a little girl, and now her hair was pretty. She had the little bow reds in her hair. She looked good. It was Easter time. She had the little bow reds. And there's another little girl, she had her hair in a little bun. I mean, what they call them things? What they call bonnets. Bonnets,
Yeah.
and it was purple. And I'm just like, okay, so I guess I know you're going to the beauty supply house, but number one, when my mama then went to my school, my mama always went to the school dressed like something. She didn't go to the school in her house coat, and she didn't go to the school, with her rollers in her hair. My mama didn't do that. My mama went to the school looking nice. So you let your child come outside looking like that. So I guess they was going to get the hair for the girl. Mo, I promise you to God, that woman came out that store, and I mean two big white bags of hair. And then so the girl just took them and put them in the trunk, and she just kind of tossed them in the trunk. And her mom was like, "Girl, what is wrong with you? Don't be throwing that hair. I just paid $800 for that hair." You wait a minute. I know damn well you just did not let that fly out your mouth like that was something special. You spent $800 on some hair. Now, now I don't judge people how they spend their money, Monique. But you spent that could have been $800 towards the summer camp. That could have been $800 toward the football camp that's getting ready, the football season get ready to crank up. That could have been $800 toward their tuition money. That could have been $800 that you could use for they next semester school, because you know they're getting ready to get out of school. They don't have but 1 more month, so put that money aside and go ahead and start buying them children school clothes. Go on over there to the Marshalls with MoSwag and go over there to the layaway department and put them kids some clothes up. But you just spent $800 for some hair, Monique.
And now, and look, the houses, the rent for houses probably only 25.
Monique, $800. So if
Yeah,
you spend $800 on the hair, how much is the hair due?
yeah. And it just makes me so angry because we're placing emphasis on the wrong thing. We're placing emphasis on what's on the outside and not what's on the inside. And then you want to get upset because you're saying you want to say things like, well, that's just how we are. No, that's not how we are. That's how they are.
That
You're not
is just
giving, yeah, you're
that
not,
is
it doesn't make
upsetting
sense. You're
though.
not giving me a reason. And then I wanted to parlay that in the bundles, stop buying bundles and buy books. But I was gonna start talking about voting, and I couldn't even do that because I was like, they're not gonna get it. They have the identification so they can go to WIC. But why don't they use that same identification to vote?
No, because let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me let, let me
Talk
let
to
me
me.
let me give these the people of the saints that's listening and watching just a little bit of information.
Okay.
See, as black people, a lot of us are so entitled, Mo, that we feel like the shit that's going on around us don't affect us. Like we just throw our hands up and say, well, whatever they do, I'm good. I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna do what I need to do. But see, the Mexicans, excuse my French, and I'm not being racist, but those Hispanics, when that Governor Abbott tried to pull that mess at that border, and they stopped the trucks and they raised the prices of produce at almost 26% in 2 days. And them white folks started acting a fool and was like, you can't be taxing me like that. You better let them people in because they need to trade off to keep these prices halfway decent. Because if you keep doing that, then we're going to start seeing California like prices up here in Texas. And it's an election year too. So him pulling that kind of stuff, and we don't think that that kind of stuff affects us, Mo, is because we sit back and we just let anything run, everything, but then we'll get mad and complain when we don't go vote. But then now you're mad because they won't put the right type of education to teach you what you really need to know. You get mad at the grandmamas because they use herbs, and you get mad at them because you want to put them on Medicaid that's killing up our black children and hurting our mothers. But you don't want to put nobody in there worth nothing because you don't think it apply to you. It applies. It definitely does apply. Mo, and I just think that, I sure hope she got her voter registration, that woman over there at the Polk Street and 20 Beauty Supply House right on over there. I ain't gonna call her name, but I sure hope the hell was worth it, because you're gonna have it in there longer than Easter. And I just don't feel like somebody should just spend all that money like that for Easter. Now you do what you do, but I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you gonna yell at the girl for throwing hair in the trunk, and you gonna tell her don't do that because it's $800 hair. Well, I'm thinking you can toss that hair and shake it up and pull it and twist it. It should still get up and talk back to you like Gizmo. I wonder what color it was. It may have
But
been
but did you? But
Cinco.
the store they were coming out of, nobody that looked like me or you. Nobody that looked like me or you.
I couldn't believe that. I was like, wow, since
We
they
don't
help
own.
out of everyone.
I don't understand it. And I'm getting sick and tired of these parents, these grandparents, or whoever's raising these children, placing emphasis on this foolishness. Placing emphasis on this. If that is your perspective of what beauty or importance is,
Mo, maybe
you're
maybe you should have someone on the show, on your show, to talk and discuss about how important it is to embrace your natural hair. A lot of people, aren't natural anymore. They don't even know what it even feel like to be natural. And having your natural hair is some of the most beautiful thing. Now it can be your choice to wear it, but at least keep it healthy. Don't be doing that to your hair when it's unnecessary. And especially if you got a beautiful grade of hair. Buy you a wig. If you're gonna do anything, buy a wig, a cute wig, and
they
put it
claim
on.
they claim they're trying to do it because they're trying to attract. They're trying to be attractive. They're trying to attract. But I'm saying, mm-mm, it's not working. It's not working. It's not working.
I'm depressed. I'm depressed thinking about it because I think our women, people like Tashara, they go and they face the governor and say, and face the Texas Senate and say, listen, we need a crown act in this state. And then it goes nationwide, you know, to stand up for the differences of hair is one thing because you can definitely have, what you're gonna have in your hair. And I think that, hair is beautiful. But, to create such a mockery out of it, to like yell at your child. She had to be about 13, 14 years old about her tossing hair in the trunk of the car. And you said it was $800. And I don't can imagine because I know, we know stylists and we know stylists that work with weave and tracks and stuff like that. And they ain't cheap. So I feel like you done pay maybe like close to 15, $1,600 on your hair
No.
by yourself,
But you
but
know
you
what?
ain't
You
go.
can buy all the bundles. You look, you you gonna be a grown ass woman. You can buy all the bundles that you want. But at the end of the day, if you have more bundles than books in your house for your children, then you're doing a grave disservice. If you are not a part of the PTSA, PTOA, PTA, if you're not an advocate for your child, kick rocks because you're worried
Mo, do
about
you know?
outfits and
Mo,
not
do you know?
outcomes.
Mo, do you know? I still have my library card.
You don't have a library card?
No, I said I still have my
Of
library
course you
card.
do.
I have a library card. Some people
You
think that's libraries. That's the epitome of knowledge right there. I mean, anything that you can find pretty much that's damn near untainted will be in the library.
that's
Especially
right.
if you know which libraries to go to, and if you even know, people don't even know how to look up stuff on microfiche anymore. Do these children know how to do that and look up these articles and search their bloodline like that instead of going to ancestry.com? Go in the library and dig up the microfiche and tells you point A to point B and what library can find what and what has what. And you make a phone call and say, "Can I have this?" and pay your $5, and they'll send you the whole damn thing. We don't
They
research
don't.
like that no more.
Well, that's because as kids, a library card was a major thing. We when I got
Yeah.
my life because as I remember this, the when we went to the children's section and got the library card, all the desks were small and the people behind. I felt so bad for them because they had to bend over down to our level as they gave us our first library card. As we got our books, it was a wonderful thing, but it's bothering me as we're coming up for summer and you're going to have a great deal of learning loss because you're not going to be in a structured environment. A lot of
Hmm.
children lose what they've learned in the school setting. But I'm just saying, please just take them to the library. Get a books.
Yeah.
Get
Read.
books.
And like most say, read with them. And you'll be surprised on the either if your child has really been paying attention or if they haven't. Because there is no way that, a child that's in, let's say, the fifth grade shouldn't know the differences between there, and there. I mean, and there's no way that you should be a senior in high school and don't know how to spell the word unscrupulous. I mean, there are certain things that we had to write essays out the dictionary when I was on punishment when I was a kid. I hated that. I hated that, but it worked.
I'm there
It
with
made
you.
me smart.
I'm there with you. Two, two, and two. There. Where? I don't understand. I don't understand.
And can you write a prepositional phrase correctly? Do
Ooh.
you even know what a prepositional phrase is? Can you do me a favor and stop, capitalizing every letter in your sentence? Do
Who does that? Who does that?
they still teach cursive in school anymore?
Today I had to ask someone, I was like, can you read cursive? And the guy was like, right, good. Yes, I can. I was like, oh, good, because I hate printing because I can write in cursive much faster. But that shouldn't. And you know what? Let's say they don't teach cursive in schools anymore. Let's just say they don't do that. Well, as a parent, you can't do that.
I learned how to write in cursive very early. My mom used to do calligraphy,
Uh-huh.
and so that's how I learned how to write in cursive
I
early.
love calligraphy, the art of
Hmm.
beautiful handwriting. I love it.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
pretty.
and my mom was so good at it. That's how she used to put my name on a lot of my stuff in calligraphy, and she used to do like different projects and stuff for people using
See,
calligraphy. And
I like that.
that's how I learned how to write in cursive. With that before my time.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because she taught you at home. Because she wasn't worried about bundles. Because you had books. And you had a library card. That's all I'm gonna say. It starts at home. So before people go around and saying, "Well, the school's not doing this and the teacher's not doing that," what you doing? What you doing? So this summer, so that loss of learning, that's on y'all. You got your
Hmm.
income tax refunds, but you probably use it on those bundles or the Brazilian butt lift. Is that what it's called? The big booty. When they go down there to Dominican Republic and get an enhanced butt, and then have to come back on the airplane. They can't sit on their butt. They're on their knees in the chair. I'll send that to you. Foolishness and fuckery.
Yeah, I think y'all keep in mind, we do have a show Saturday mode. Okay, so we were scheduled to be off, but we have a show Saturday, so I'm letting you know. So you guys check us out this coming Saturday morning at 9:30. I think the name of our show will be Foolishness and Fuckery. What the hell is going on in America today? And we're going to be just talking about
Yes.
random things of what's going on in America right now. Not just
Yes.
Black America. We're going to talk about it all, So
Just
we're
all
going to, I
America.
think Mo just named our show for this coming Saturday, Foolishness and Fuckery. Also, on tomorrow night starts our reunion shows for Kimball High School class of 1997. So you guys are going to start getting those individual links and just on tonight and then on tomorrow we're going to be trying to get those links out to you guys. I'm going to post it in the group so you guys can definitely have it. And we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7:30. I got questions and I know y'all got the answers. And no, it's not gonna be nothing embarrassing. I may ask y'all, like for example, what was the number one R&B song when we were seniors? Do y'all know what that is? And so some stuff like that. And then ask y'all a couple more questions because I'm nosy and I have questions. So we'll see y'all in a minute. MoSwag, thank you so much for having me on the show because
Very
I
good.
had to come over here and fuss at you for a second.
Hey, look, I knew I could pull you in when I said, okay, yeah, you be like, what? Yep. Didn't even
Did you
have your
see me to go?
glasses
Wait a
on. Didn't
minute.
even have your glasses on. I know how to pull you in, but you also need to know how to read your messages, honey.
What did you say on the miss? Somebody take a picture.
I win. Whew. All right.
All
Hey,
right, everybody.
thank
Yeah.
you everyone for joining. Have a wonderful evening.
Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
I found love, the real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me. myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's